Amazon Studios is out here doing some damage control off of the lackluster conclusion to Season 2 of The Rings of Power. Jennifer Salke has come out once again to assuage fans' fears that, don't worry, our adaptations that are coming up in the near future, well, they're still coming with the same people that you're not all that enthusiastic to be attached to these projects to begin with. And you know what? The one that you are actually looking forward to, yeah, no, don't worry, we're still really enthusiastic about that one. But nothing like giving an update after the cataclysmic failure that Netflix has when they did their animated version of Tomb Raider with their flat as an ironing board Lara Croft. You've got, hey guys, hey kids, everybody who is disappointed about that, don't worry, in the next couple of years, you can also be disappointed by the live action Tomb Raider helmed by, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Remember the idiot that wrote Fleabag all of those years back? The wannabe replacement for Indiana Jones with the big old head mole that would nauseate Stevie Wonder. Oh yeah, her feminist writing. Oh, it's going to be it's a great fit for Tomb Raider, and we're excited to bring her vision to the world of Tomb Raider and really truly bring Lara Croft back to life. Ugh. MGM Studios head Jennifer Salke provided, an update to the company's live-action Tomb Raider project as being helmed by Indiana Jones and the dial of actress Phoebe Waller-Bridge, because she wrote one thing, like a decade ago? Speaking with Variety, Salke said, Tomb Raider is really exciting and Phoebe is well into it and working in close partnership with Tomb Raider general manager Dallas Dickinson and the game's producers. Yes, it's going to be very exciting. Oh, fantastic. Crystal Dynamics and Embracer Group are going to have their fingers all over this. It's going to suck. However, she concluded, I don't have any new updates, but don't worry, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is definitely working on it, because I see somebody like that and it just screams femme fatale action. Salke's comments come in the wake of speculation from Hollywood insiders that the project would not come to fruition. Yeah, because we talked about this not that long ago with Leslie Goldberg at Puck reported Amazon is now searching for a star to play Lara Croft in the live-action Tomb Raider series written by Waller-Bridge, and many insiders placing bets on whether it will ever come to fruition. That's a deal for saving face. Yeah, exactly. Just, hey, we can get some publicity. We can gauge the general audience's enthusiasm for this project if we announce, hey, look at this. This is our Lara, and she'll look nothing like what you think Lara Croft should look like. I think if they're going to be placing bets on whether or not this actually comes out, they should also be placing bets whether or not Lara is going to be of traditional English descent, or if we're going to be getting LaQuisha Croft because we were Brits and sheet. Could be going that direction. That would at least be funny, because I'm not going to watch this because Phoebe Waller-Bridge is she's not entertaining, not a good actress, and she has negative publicity for a project at this point. Amazon's MGM Studios announced that, yes, it was bringing Phoebe Waller-Bridge on board to write and executive produce the show in the wake of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, yes, bombing at box offices, where she played Helena Shaw, goddaughter of Indiana Jones, yes. I get reamed out and I'm insufferable as I lead around this geriatric old fossil. That's so great. And then at the end of the film, I punch him back through time so he can go be miserable in his divorcee lifestyle. Oh, it's so great. We could travel through time and save Hitler from dying in World War II. Such a great film. God, it's dumb. In a press release in May, the company announced today at the inaugural upfront presentation, Prime Video announced that it had ordered a Tomb Raider series with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Fleabag. Interesting. You'd make that announcement in May. Even before Dial of Dysentery had underwhelmed audiences, you would still credit her as being, Fleabag? Oh yeah, there's some critics that love to huff their own farts that really found it to be very insightful and very funny. Set to be, a writer and executive producer. The series is based on the iconic Tomb Raider with Lara Croft, according to BAFTA, the most iconic video game character ever. Yay! But yes, the project comes as part of a deal between Crystal Dynamics and Amazon MGM Studios, originating through a DJ2's first look deal with the studio to develop additional Tomb Raider stories into series and films. Which, unless there was an older existing deal with Netflix, it's kind of interesting how, Legend of the Tomb Raider ended up slipping through Amazon's grasps and landing with a colossal thud over there at the Red Company. Very interesting development, but Tomb Raider will premiere exclusively on Prime Video in more than 240 countries and territories worldwide. When though? Don't know, but don't worry guys, it's still coming. Just like apparently another update in the form of Henry Cavill's Warhammer 40k live action. I'm not dead yet. At this point in time, bro, I want Henry Cavill for the love of God, just let the guy have a career. Oh my God. Either let him do the series, let him do the movie, whatever the hell's going on over there, or just cut him loose so that for the love of God, he can go do something with his time. Because I have not seen somebody with that much natural charisma, that much talent, completely waste it. Like, he was the perfect Superman saddled with awful scripts. He could have been the perfect villain for the conclusion of the Mission Impossible series, but they spent him on one great performance and then didn't bring him back, and then followed him up with some stupid-ass AI plotline that was so bad that they had to scrap a Part 2 project. And then, yes, leaving him in the lurch for the better part of a decade with this Warhammer stuff that has been in the works since, what, 2020? Officially announced by Cavill at the end of 2022? Like, what's going on, man? Wasting his talents on that stupid Witcher show. He did that all because he's such a big fan of the source material of The Witcher, until a point in time where, yeah, he wanted to be more lore accurate and true to the character, that they silently got rid of him from production, only to just wrap up the entire series with the lesser Helmsworth brother and a bunch of chicks, because, yeah, Netflix can be retarded too. Anyways, back to this totally not dead Warhammer series. I'm sure new rumor cropped up claiming that Henry Cavill's Warhammer 40k live action project at Amazon MGM Studios is definitely not dead. But yeah, Warhammer right now, I mean, you have one of the most popular games out there right now with Space Marine 2. Wouldn't you like to strike while the iron's hot? Given a firm update as to what's happening with your series or movie or whatever in the hell you're doing, just make some sort of an announcement. Anyways, YouTuber Mr. H Reviews responded to a recent rumor from fellow YouTuber Arch Warhammer claiming that Games Workshop and Amazon were entirely content to let the project die. Yeah, because there's supposed to be a script or at least some sort of development before the end of the year. Otherwise, if there's nothing that happens, Amazon can just let it lapse and Games Workshop can, I don't know, just find more places to stick chicks in to the canon and make it lame and gay. At the end of September, Arch claimed, yeah, it was a complete radio silence on the matter from the TV show ever since we had our last update the last time around. It appears that both Amazon and Games Workshop are entirely content to just let the project die. Honestly, even with a 1-month extension into January. Okay, yeah, it seems that nothing has been produced, still no money allocated, no accounts created, no contracts signed, etc., etc. But Mr. H Reviews, somebody else who's been, pretty accurate on his inside information from various other projects, responded to this rumor and shared some of his own inside knowledge on the matter and claimed the live-action project is definitely not dead. Okay. Speaking specifically to Arch's conclusion that the probabilities lean more towards the entire thing being dead than ever being greenlit, Mr. H Reviews stated, I can say it's actually the inverse of that. Okay, there's definitely been movement on it, definitely movement, like 100%. My eyes and ears say that there's definitely been some movement. You keep saying movement, I would just like to know exactly what you're talking about. I can't tell you exactly what or how much, but it's the complete opposite of what Arch is rumoring anyway. It's the complete opposite of that. It's definitely not dead. Okay, I can say with certainty that there's been movement, and the contrary of what Arch is saying here. Wow, there's movement, there's movement, there's movement. Trust me, bro. Then we end up getting back to the point where it's like, okay, cool. So Henry Cavill can have his Warhammer project. Fantastic stuff. Take a look at what he has to battle with. Amazon and their track records when it comes to adaptations. Wheel of Time and Rings of Power as chief examples of how they don't give a shit about the lore. And then you got Games Workshop over the top of it, rewriting the lore to appease the modern audience. And then you found yourself in a situation where you have somebody who has a very short temper when it comes to lore inaccuracies running the project. And we just come back to square one with, once again, Henry Cavill wasting his time. Warhammer fans, true fans, just once again being strung along, Amazon thinking that they could go ahead and buy their way into an established fan base to get somebody to pay attention to their failing streaming service. Doing that with Warhammer, doing that with Tomb Raider, and they're both going to end up permanently shelved or just simply dead on arrival. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.